Guys, and welcome back to Dog Paw Blog. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an overview of the We For Dogs dog leash. It has a very interesting premise. I will link their full video so you can see a demo and how the creator came up with the idea. I'm going to be going over the features, so stay tuned if you're interested. So not too long ago, I uploaded footage from the Bark World conference that I attended in Atlanta, Georgia. During one of those events, I met with Jennifer Arnold. She is the creator of this leash. She's worked with service dogs, therapy dogs, and she's really passionate about the relationship that dog owners can have with their dogs. That very special bond where you kind of know what your dog is thinking, your dog knows all of your routines. So she's very passionate about that. And so she came up with this leash. Now, the idea about the leash is that you're walking your dog, but they are also connected with the leash, but not in the traditional sense where it's just connected to their harness or collar, but where they're actively involved in the leash. And when she was describing it, it made complete sense. So while I was speaking with her, she was going over her inspiration. She's very passionate about the relationship that dog owners have with their pets. She's also written this book here. It's called Love Is All You Need, the revolutionary bond-based approach to educating your dog. So I'm actually going to be reading this. I think next year I'm going to start a series where I pick different dog-related books based on training and behavior, and I'm going to read one of those a month, and then I'll do like a review on it. So this is going to be one of those I review probably starting next year. But that's her. So if you're interested, you can certainly pick this up as well and read it and kind of get a better idea of the inspiration behind this leash. So let's go over the features of the leash. This is a new one here that hasn't been opened, so I'm going to use the one that I have. So just looking at the, we're just going to go from head to toe basically with the leash. The handle here, it's a very large handle. It is padded with neoprene in the inside, so it's a very comfortable grip. The next thing you see here is a clip. Now you can certainly put dog bags on here, which is what I often do. But I'll show you what this clip is used for a little bit later. So continuing down the leash, you see that there is this scrunchy material here. That is because it allows the leash to extend for a little bit of a longer reach for your dog at the end of the leash. It just expands it a little bit. Then you'll get down to the middle part of the leash. This is where the leash splits in two. And you have the one end here, which has your traditional clip here so that you can attach it to your dog's leash or collar. The other end of the dual-sided leash is what makes this leash so interesting. It has a clip here, which just snaps in and pushes to release, where you can attach a toy option for the leash. And this is what your dog holds onto while they walk. This is what connects you both through the walk. It's a good communication tool, and I think it would work very well for dogs that are pullers. Kind of in the same idea, if you've ever heard to put like a weighted backpack on your dog if they pull, because it makes them exert more physical energy, so they're not gonna pull as much. But it gives the dog something to focus on other than just charging directly ahead on a leash if your dog's a heavy puller. I think this would give them something to concentrate on to keep them in pace with you. So you do have different options. They have different toys, and they have kind of like just more of like a cloth, kind of a square. But let's say that your dog is not interested in carrying this. You're doing something else with your dog on the walk. That's where this top part comes back into play. So that clip there, you can simply detach it, push the button in. Then you would attach the two ends for the two different sections. There's a snap at the bottom. You snap those together, and that just creates one leash, and you can just connect this to the dog's harness as normal. And then each of the little toy items comes with a thread loop at the top, like that. And you would take the thread loop by the clip that's by the handle and slide that on. That way it's out of the way, you won't lose it or drop it. But your dog can walk normally. I think that's an amazing option because Maybe your dog won't get the hang of it right away, or maybe they're just gonna get tired. Maybe you're ready to do something else with them during the walk, and you can just make it a regular leash again, and then you won't lose the toy because it connects right to it. This is from the back packaging here, and it's by a veterinarian. It says, the beauty of the We Leash is your dog is choosing to walk with you. Less feeling of restraint means fewer unwanted behaviors. More freedom equals less anxiety. I think that's what they're maybe talking about with the unwanted behaviors, where it could be used for pulling, or if your dog kind of is very distracted on walks, this would give them something to focus on. I could see this being a really big hit with like golden retrievers, other retrievers that like to hold on to things in their mouth anyway. There's another premise behind having the toy in the dog's mouth and having it be like a dual split leash is that it's supposed to take the pressure off of the dog's back or shoulders if you're using a harness, and certainly the neck if you're walking with a collar, because the one with the toy is slightly longer. So this is what they're feeling is the one that's in their mouth instead of the one that's attached to their D-ring. I'm going to actually go on the website and look to see about the sizes, because they did mention that heavier dogs need a different version of the leash, and as well as far as washing this thing, if you're supposed to hand wash it or if you can just throw it in the washing machine. So let me go grab my iPad and I will be right back. So there are two different, I guess, weight sizes for the leash. So this one is the first one that I got. It has much lighter weight hardware, so it's just black hardware here. And this one is for dogs that are under 40 pounds. So there's only two. So if your dog is under 40 pounds, you would get this one with the black hardware. If your dog is over 40 pounds, they've actually increased the hardware. The hardware is a heavier metal. This is metal too, but it's definitely a lightweight metal. This one's a more heavy duty attachment. So that would be what you would get if your dog is over 40 pounds. Now they don't put a weight limit, so you may want to contact their customer service on the website and see if there's, like, if your dog weighs like 120 pounds, 150 pounds, I don't know, because I've never owned a dog that big. But that's what they mark on the website, under or over 40 pounds. So I guess for cleaning, just because I'm not sure, maybe you could just hand wash, or, you know, if it's dirty, kind of wipe it off with like a wet towel. The toy, I would say probably hand wash and let it air dry. I wouldn't want to put that in the dryer with the plastic crinkly paper. There is no squeaky. I know sometimes if you're watching my videos and your dogs are around and I squeak a toy, they react to it. But there's no squeaky in this. It's just that paper. Just to show another option, I'm gonna link probably pictures and stuff. I'll probably put pictures in of the different toy attachments and things. But this is one of the ones, it's just a loop, but it has a fleece lining. It looks like the handle to the leash, but it's actually what the dog holds on to. So the idea is that by the dog holding on to the toy, it makes them feel more secure. It also takes the pressure off of the restraint that they would normally feel on a leash. And it also helps to bond the owner, because the dog feels the end that they're holding and they know you're holding onto the leash. So it's supposed to be like hands-free walking, but with the security of still having the leash attached. Especially if you have leash laws in your state or county, that's really important. Benefits would be to decrease anxiety. I think it would also help with decreasing pulling on a walk. And it's very well constructed. Again, I have not used this long term. I cannot vouch for very, very large dogs. So thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in checking out this leash for your dog, I will include a link down below so you can find it. And thank you always, guys, for watching. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and take the time to subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload a video. And thank you for watching, guys. Bye.